good morning, or good afternoon for you guys. Welcome to the live stream. Morning. How is everyone? Has everyone had a nice weekend? What has everyone been up to? Have you been croc hunting? Just a joke. Pretty good. I haven't done a lot this weekend. Watched what did we watch? Watched the Lions rugby yesterday. That was okay. It was a bit of a rout though. Watched the football. Watched the England versus Ukraine game, which was a boring game, but we won comfortably, so that's good. Semi-finals of the Euros. Andrew, hey man. I don't need none of this drop bear stuff. I know your game. Mate. England were great. It's easy to be great against rubbish opposition. So, it wasn't a very fun, exciting game. I can tell you that for nothing. So this is probably going to be a bit of a one-sided match, I think, isn't it? The Bulldogs are probably going to win this comfortably, I would assume. Oh, Italy do look good. Yeah, Italy do look good. I was a bit sceptical. With Italy because Italy had the easiest group. So you would expect them to do well. So it's really the knockout stages that you can see how well the team's doing. And Italy, yeah, they've got a good attack and they're fairly solid in defence. What more can you want from a team? Hi, Lesser Dog. Hi, Emmett. Hey, mate. Gamorty, you live at the game? I did see the score. And it's really annoying. I know it probably wasn't a very exciting game for the Swans. But what an absolute romping. The only annoying thing, as I said in the Discord server just now, it's really annoying because I can't watch the Swans games because they're always at stupid o'clock in the morning. I really need them to be kind of the last kick-off on a Sunday. And it just doesn't. They just don't seem to have that recently. But I'm desperate to watch the Swans. I really am. Oh. Yeah, I didn't think West Coast Eagles were that bad. West Coast Eagles surely aren't that bad, are they? Where are West Coast? Where are West Coast in the league? I'm having a look. And we are off. Yeah. So it was 6th versus 7th, and that's a shocking result for 6th versus 7th. That would be a game you'd expect would be close. Dreadful stuff. Right, well this game is sort of about Bulldogs trying to catch up to the Demons, really, isn't it? Welcome, guys. Welcome if you've joined the watch along. Thank you for joining me, guys. No, ignore that. Hi, Malcolm. Yeah, it's just by looking on paper with the league table, the old Kangaroos looking like they might get a thumping. It's more or less top versus bottom, isn't it? No, Bazza. No. pile of rubbish. It was just too weird for me, I think. In the middle. Got it. Yeah, go Bloods. I just wish. Well, I wish I could have watched it. I prefer a closer game to watch, but I think this game's going to be pretty one-sided as well. Oh, hello, Pix. Pix has come to watch as well. Up the Cats. That's what we want. Up the Cats. Well, on a plus side, the Kangaroos are not going to get. They're not going to get a whitewash. That's a positive, I suppose. Can't be whitewashed. Yeah, but I said you can't get whitewashed. That's the good thing now. Kangaroos cannot get whitewashed. They can't go home with 0 points. Yeah. Hopefully it's a close one. Hopefully the Kangaroos show some sort of passion, I suppose, and whatnot. $400 games. How many games do you play in a season? You normally play 23 in a normal season, minus plus if you get through to the playoffs. So say 25 games a season that you can roughly get. I think that's my maths right, is it? Yeah. So yeah, let's say 25. Let's say 25 roughly. How long does it take to get 400 games? $16 seasons. Roughly 16 seasons. Yeah, it's roughly 16 seasons, isn't it? That's some mean feat to be playing at a top level. Yeah, it's not bad. That's not bad at all, is it? That's just some achievement, and I can understand why it'd only have been the 5th player to achieve that. That didn't look like a foul to me. He leapt him, but he was out of control when he leapt. Chelsea Green is behind the goal. I don't think that was a foul. I don't think that was a foul at all. When the guy leapt up, number 19, no. He was out of control when he left the ground. That's clearly a free kick. Get a grip. He didn't push him at all there. No, I don't like that. Thoughts on the British and Irish? Because it's still a warm-up game, it was a little bit dull, and Sigma Lions didn't really put much of an effort in. Yeah, I don't think the Sigma Lions really did much, and therefore it was a little bit boring. My favourite English football team, I'm a Southampton fan. So I go through a lot of pain every season watching Southampton. My cat is annoying me. Go on, get it. Cool. I tell you what, some atrocious commentary. Scott got. What? No. We almost get relegated though, as a Southampton fan. Oh, I didn't catch that. That wasn't a mark. Freddy, hi buddy. Yeah. I woke up this morning. I knew the game was about 4:30 in the morning for me, so I knew the game was happening. So the first thing I did when I woke up was looked at the score, and that's a scoreline, wasn't it? That was a serious scoreline. So yeah, I was happy about that. Once again, I'm just a bit annoyed that I wasn't able to watch it. Oh, Malcolm. Malcolm's a glory hunter, going for Man United. Good mark. He's going to go for the goal. He's going for the goal. About 45 metres out. What happened to the Eagles, Freddie? What the hell happened? How did they get crushed? They're only one place below the Swans. A disaster. Right. Josh Bruce. I'm sure it's just inside the 50. Yeah. 12-6. Yeah, I'm hoping Swans. So the finals is the top 8, isn't it? The finals are the top 8, but the top 4 don't have to play as many games, right? I think that's roughly. I think that's what I know. Yeah, so back 12-12. It's, I say this. I say this every game I watch on every sport. You just want it to be a close game, don't you? You just want it to be a close scoreline. Oh, there's old Medibank in the background. That's where you want to. That's where you want to be working, on the top floor there while a game's going on, or at least not working, but can go watch it. Well, I know it's only what, I'm on 12 minutes 45. I know it's only been 7 minutes, but at least the Kangaroos are competing. However, that can certainly change very quickly. I've already watched enough Aussie Rules to know how quickly that scoreline can change. Grab him, grab him. Yeah, from what I've been watching, Malcolm, you see, you've got things such as momentum. Momentum makes such a huge impact on the game. Normally a team with momentum goes and scores a few or catches up. But you've also got the fatigue, which I've noticed. It's basically who can keep going in the final quarter. That seems to make such a difference in AFL. He's going for goal. Not bad. 18-12 to the Bulldogs. Hi, Big Jacko. Ollie, what's the current score in the Saints game then? I didn't, Freddie. What you tell me? What did the coach do? I don't think it was in my video, so. Emmett, I bought the Swans Indigenous one, but I really like the Tigers Indigenous. Good, Mark. I really like the Richmond Tigers Indigenous. And off the top of my head, that's all I can remember. I'm going to Google search now. My first choice, I think my first choice of stadiums to go to out of the ones I've done. What ones have I done? Hang on. I think it would probably be I think it would be Melbourne Cricket Ground. Only because I think, as long as it was a full capacity at Melbourne Cricket Ground, 100k, that would be some sort of atmosphere. That it'd be an atmosphere probably that I've never experienced before with 100,000. I've been in a stadium with 60 odd, but 100,000 is like another stadium on top of that stadium. And then I think I'd go to the Optus, Melbourne, and then Optus. That would be my choice if I'm honest. Hey Dockers, hey buddy, yeah, really good. Yeah, so I think Melbourne, then Optus, I think. And it's only Melbourne because of the capacity. So as long as the stadium was full, I think that's a fair point to make. I think. Well, they're at the Marvel Stadium. I liked the look at the Marvel. Can't even get my words out. I liked the look of the Marvel Stadium for sure. I thought it was a nice stadium, but I said it reminded me more of a soccer stadium, where it's very square or very rectangle. Did it go across? Did it go across the line? Got it. Yeah, he got it. That's a behind. That's a shame. That is a shame. That's a shame, but good from the Bulldogs. Ryan, cheers, man, cheers. Yeah, I think with the Marvel, I said because it is so kind of square, or rectangle, should I say, that is basically a football stadium or soccer stadium. Yeah, really good win from the Swans this morning. Just a shame I didn't want to get up at 4 a.m. to watch it. I needed some sleep. I'm sorry, but what's the difference? The Bulldog player pushes the Kangaroo player. Well, what's the difference between when the Bulldogs got a foul for it? Ridiculous. Join in. Why don't you watch, Ryan? You might enjoy it. You never know. Keep hold of it, keep hold of it. Nice, well done, Kangaroos. Okay. I think the push is quite subjective. Like in football, in soccer, when a player pushes another, it's quite subjective to, is it enough for a free kick? And it's down to the referee to decide. The only thing, Ryan, is I'm not sure how much of a contest it's going to be come the second half. Go on, get it. Yes, that's a very good catch. Don't mess up. Gotta score this. I've got a time check, guys. I'm on 7 minutes and 10. Nice. Yeah. The Bulldogs should win, shouldn't they? The Bulldogs really should win, but maybe there'll be an upset. Maybe there'll be an upset. You never know. Todd Goldstein. Table. Top of the table. Yeah, Asher. Hi, Asher. I think I said I don't think anyone is really looking past the Bulldogs, are they? But I said there's a positive that Kangaroos, they've scored 3 goals, 1 behind, almost 4 goals. So at least they are trying. I don't think we'll get 128 goal difference again. Behind. Yeah, they are doing well. I just want a close game. And it'd be funny because if it's a close game, I reckon if it's a close game in the last quarter, these viewers will go right up. I expect we haven't got many viewers today because everyone's expecting it to be a romping and no one wants to watch. So what's the Kangaroos form like at the moment? Let me have a look. I love the odds. The odds for this game. Bulldogs are 1 to 11 to win. And the Kangaroos are 19 for 2. Oh. Bet365 definitely does not rate the Kangaroos. The problem is though, the Roos have got nothing to play for now, do they? They've got absolutely nothing to play for. It's far too late in the day for them to even consider getting into the top 8. So, pride, I suppose, and that's about it. I don't really know what the old decimal place. I don't know how to work out the decimal place betting. Has to be as a fraction. Fraction's a lot easier because if it's a you want to know if you put £1 on, you get say 10 to 1, so it's like 10 to 1 odds. Go on, get it, it's behind you. Oh, he's still got it though. He's still got it. Still got it again. Oh. Get him. He's on his own. Just too long. Just too long. So are we saying... Got it. That's gonna be a goal for... that's gonna be a goal surely for Bulldogs. Hi, Josh. So we're saying if you put £1 on and you get £10 back, it would be 1.1. Is that right? 1.1 for a 1 to 10 odds. No, I'm a swan. Up the Bloods. Serious point though. All the shoving and whatnot when the ball's nowhere near you is completely pointless, isn't it? What's the point of just shoving the player when the ball is nowhere near you? I don't see the point. They just walk past each other and just shove each other. Schultzenberger? No, I just meant if the odds were 1 to 10. Not necessarily what the odds are at the moment. Yeah, it does seem the only reason to shove another player is just to annoy him, isn't it? One minute 30 left of the quarter. It's basically like a male dog humping another male dog, isn't it? Just to try and show you're the boss. I didn't. No, J2T. I didn't. This is the only game I'm watching this weekend. I haven't been around in the mornings to watch any other games except today. That's the issue. You know, time zones are a nightmare. Come on, Ruse. Good steal, good steal. What a great steal. That was a joke. Just turning the sound down. Yeah, your night games are always better. I think your evening games... Hang on. Your evening games work out normally about 10:30, 10:40 over here in the morning. So it's like, that's good. But ideally if it was it needs to be on a Sunday. Do you ever have night games on a Sunday? Because Sunday are normally the days I've got off. Whereas if it's during the week, I'm obviously working. So has everyone had a nice weekend? What have people been up to this weekend? As it's end of the first quarter, let's chat. What have people been up to? Has anyone been crocodile hunting or kangaroo hunting or having a barbie? I bet at least one of you here has had a barbie this weekend. Oh, I thought kangaroo hunting was legal. I thought it's something you could do. I was just trying to be stereotypical, that's all. Emily. See, I knew someone would have had a barbecue this weekend. You guys just cannot resist. Cannot resist. At least someone's had a barbecue. There we go. SPIXO. Honestly, you guys, even in the winter, you have barbecues. Crazy, honestly. So all you guys think about is Barbies, meat, and beer. Who do you play for, Emmett? What team do you play for? Let me know. However, the funny thing is about barbecues, right, is over here, we have barbecues in the summer, right? And it's always on the hottest days, which makes no sense. Why would you want to be be outside in the real heat and then be standing next to a really hot barbecue? Doesn't make sense. Really doesn't make sense. Yeah. Are you there with a thick coat on? I know you guys think 10 degrees is cold, so... A quick one. If you're in the chat and watching, if you can hit the like button down below and the subscribe button if you haven't already, that would be awesome. Loads of AFL content. We've got rugby content. That's league and union. Some soccer content. I've got a load of Australian content as well. So yeah, hit the like button and the subscribe button. That'd be awesome. 25 degrees is perfect, mate. 25 is the ideal. You don't want any hotter than 25 degrees. It's a different heat. It's a different heat than you've got. Anyway, less of the abuse towards us English, all right? Today it's abuse on the Aussies, okay? $100 games though, Emmett. Not bad, buddy. I assume you mean Russell Coit. We're going to assume Dockers Rock, you mean Russell Coit. Because I haven't done one on Russell Crowe. 33 is too hot. No, you don't want 33. 33 is just like stay inside. You do not want 33. The dogs can't cope with 33. Thanks, Aussie Dan. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, 40s. You don't want to go into 40s. It's interesting though, and this is the point that I try and make to, this is the point I try and make to the Aussies. Yes, our temperature doesn't get as hot, and when it gets say 30 degrees or even 25 degrees, our heat is so different to probably what you get. Our heat, it's just sticky and humid, and it's horrible. But the English, go to places like Europe, like Spain and things, and Greece, and it's interesting because when you get off the plane, it's a completely different heat. It's a dry heat, and dry heat's absolutely fine. But over in England, we just got a wet, soggy, sticky heat. But why would you do that, Hamish? I've got the game, mate. The game is up. Here we go. If you want to watch the game, guys, if you want to watch the game, you can join the Discord server. Showing the game in there. So you are welcome to watch. Game's starting again. Second quarter. Let's go. Guys, once again, if you're in the chat, if you're in the stream, make sure you hit the like button. Yeah, I did. Absolute obliteration of the Eagles. The Eagles got picked out of the sky by the Swans. In you go. Behind. Aussie Dan, I hope you enjoyed my video earlier. It was just a quick one, but I remembered watching it the Port Adelaide In Excess song, and actually I thought, right, I can do a quick video on that because it was such a sight to see. Come on, Ruse. Have any of you, considering the video I did early this morning, or about midday your time, I think, roughly, or just after, have any of you been to a game with Port Adelaide, and did you find yourself singing that song? Did the away fans sing along with the home fans? Because that was my prediction, that even the away fans would sing. Why would you not? Oh, come on. How can you find yourself not singing to In Excess? Hi, Thomas. I haven't done a lot. Coached football soccer to kids Saturday morning. Didn't do a lot Saturday during the day. Watched the rugby, the Lions match on Saturday afternoon, and we had went for a takeaway for the wife's dad's birthday. So I didn't really do a lot this weekend. It's been fairly relaxed, which is good. Come on, Roos. I just want the Kangaroos to get some goals just to keep it a close game, really. Just to make it an interesting last quarter. Sometimes it really does seem like players just kick it randomly forwards or throw it randomly forwards. And it's like they're not even looking who they're... Like, half time it looks like they don't have a clue who they're throwing it to or kicking it to. Yeah, it's a bit wet at the moment over here. I'll tell you what the temperature is. Granted, we're in the we are sort of in the middle of summer. And granted, it is only 8:23 in the morning. Hang on. That is the temperature at the moment. 16 degrees, going up to 18 degrees and wet. That is our summer. It is depressing. Good mark. Yeah, that's your winter and that's our summer. Very depressing. Nathan. Swans, mate. Swans, Nathan. Emmett, I was gifted a London Irish top, so I am London Irish. That's who I support in the Premiership. Have we experienced? No, I don't think I have. We may have. I know we've been late 30s, but that's probably the hottest, and even that was unbearable. Late 30s, everyone stay at home and open all windows. Oh, don't. Yes, behind. Number 21 looks like a 70s porn star with his moustache. Getting his way. Good. Not a lot happening this quarter, sorry. Not a lot happening. Yeah. Well, Tom Liberatore looks like a 70s porn star, basically, with his moustache. some people, I'm sure people don't look at themselves in the mirror. And then you've got the dude, you got the old guy that plays for Bulldogs who's got a mullet and a bloody moustache. Like, what the hell? Also, Tom Liberatore, they are some absolutely atrocious tattoos. Who? Who are the shin boners? Ugh. Hungarian hustler. Hey, buddy. I just question. Like, it's 2021. Moustaches haven't been in since at least the 70s, surely. Yeah, North Melbourne are not winning, are they? They're not winning. No. No. Oh, we're definitely going over 100. We're definitely going over 100, surely. Another moustache look for number... what number is he? 15? 17? Josh Bruce. Yeah. There we go. They're running away with it now. Malcolm, I haven't seen that video. Freddie, yeah, hopefully, I don't, what, can anyone tell me what date is the grand final? And please tell me it's an evening. So fingers crossed the grand final is a Saturday or a Sunday and it is an evening kickoff. (27th of September). November 1st, midday. Well, I've got 2 different dates there. Well, maybe I will have to get someone else to work for me during the day, Saturday morning, and I'll watch the grand final. I can't miss it, can I? Go on, go on, go on. Yes. Back in the game. The Roos are back in the game. I'd love, yeah, definitely. We definitely need a night. Definitely need an evening grand final. That would be much better, wouldn't it? I will do my best. I will certainly do my best to watch the final. As long as I can get cover for work. That's the main thing. Oh, bless me. I always find, I think I find evening kickoffs are more exciting. Yeah, I think the atmosphere in an evening game, and I only know this from football, soccer. I like evening games. I think the atmosphere is different. it's a more intense atmosphere, with the nighttime backdrop. Oh, Emily. Oh, Emily. You'll be in labour, Emily. You'll have a big screen in your hospital room, won't you? You'll be screaming, but it'll only be because the team's doing so rubbish. Come on, Ruse. You might as well have kept hold of the ball, mate. Up, 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 up. It went out. Time check. 9 minutes 49. Oh, ref touched the ball. Give the ball back. This is the thing. Sometimes it's kicking the ball forwards and there's not a clear person to give it to. And they're just giving possession away. As you can see, the Bulldogs have had 6 interception marks compared to the 2 of North. This thing, they're just kicking it up, hoping it goes to their team. Come on. I found myself rooting for the Kangaroos now, actually, only because they're the underdogs. And Thomas, yes, I know it probably is because I'm streaming it. Well, that's the thing, Hamish. If you're literally constantly just going for big kicks upfield, you are simply hoping it goes to your team. There's no strategy in that, I don't think. There's the potential that you can kick it up far for territory, and even if you give it away, you can press high up. But how many times are the Roos just giving the ball away? That's all they're doing, giving the ball away. And you don't want to be given 50-metre penalties away, either, do you? If it was a 50-metre, that wasn't a 50. That wasn't from the 50-metre line. Yeah, that wasn't from the 50-metre line at all, was it? The coach is not happy for Kangaroos, is he? He is not happy. Oh, he's going to get bundled. France, Emmett. France played really well in the Six Nations, so I don't think Australia have much of a chance against France, if I'm honest. Ronald, hey Ronald. I think I said something similar. Liberatore's tattoos just look ridiculous. It's just like someone's. It's Liberatore's tattoos look like, you know, kids can get like the stamp-on tattoos where you rub it on with a bit of hot water or something. It looks like that. No problem. It's just France. I said France played so well in the Six Nations that I just can't really look past them. And I've got no idea how good the Australian Union team is at the moment. And from what I'm being told, the Australian Union team hasn't been that good recently. Oh, he's absolute spanked that one. Oh. Imagine missing from that far out. Oh, Kangaroos. Kangaroos. He went to sweep it and he completely missed it. Oh, Jesus. It's a bit embarrassing. So embarrassing. Watch this. Oh. What an idiot. 25, that's embarrassing. You'd be livid. If I'm the coach, you'd be livid, wouldn't you? Absolutely livid. Simple things like that. Not even making the touch for the ball. Oh, Christ. Roos going in, and nope. It's just hit and hope for the Roos. That's what it seems like. It's just hit it upfield. Hopefully, hope that your teammates get it. Emmett, no, I haven't heard, mate. I've only recently got into rugby. I'm absolutely loving rugby, but I've only just got into it. So I don't necessarily know all the ins and outs. Is the guy still out on the floor? He is. He'll be right. His knee's up. He's fine. He didn't even kick the ball where the mark was made. He didn't even kick the ball where the mark was made. I think you'll find, Hamish, your question should be, apart from football and Aussie rules, what sports do I watch? I said I've recently got into rugby union, rugby league. I play lawn bowls, so I love playing lawn bowls. What other sports? That's more or less it, really. I'll watch the final of Wimbledon tennis. I can't stand Yankees football. American football is just dreadful. Side of his head he landed on. Basketball? Nah. Hamish, the problem is the English invented the sport. The English invented the sport, so we get to call it what we want. Yeah, Emily, I love lawn bowls. I love lawn bowls. Me and the wife are the youngest members at the club by probably about 40 years. Well, not 40, but at least 30 years. But I love playing lawn bowls. Well, you better change the name of it then, Hamish. You better change the name. Raz, I did. I knew the Swans were playing at 4 a.m. Come on, Ruse. He didn't touch it, no way. Right, what are we getting here? Did he touch it? The problem is, how is your camera technology so bad? How can you see if he touched the ball? That's atrocious. I've said this before. The camera technology is absolutely dreadful. How can you see if the player touched the ball with it so blurry like that? Absolute nonsense. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, it's not the point that he didn't touch it or he did touch it, but how can you tell from when the ball is literally a cloud? It's just... No, Emily. It's right to have a video assistant. Look at rugby. I've praised TMO, which is Television Match Official, that rugby has. It's so good. TMO is so good. So no, it doesn't necessarily mean that the umpires should decide, because you want to get the correct decision. Umpires don't always get the correct decision. Whereas if you've got a video replay, the issue in this is the fact that the camera technology is so bad. You know, Aussie Rules has so much money. AFL has plenty of money, right? They can't even invest in modern video cameras. It's dreadful. It's absolutely dreadful. You cannot... How can you make a call when the ball looks like a cloud? It's ridiculous. Absolute nonsense. Right, come on. The Dogs get it back. 10 seconds of the quarter. Good mark. Good interception mark. Oh, no, Emmett, so I'll talk about this in a second. Right. It's half-time now. Okay. Let's quickly discuss video referees. Now, the problem, there's a difference. VAR and TMO. TMO is rugby. TMO is rugby, television match official. VAR is football, soccer, video assistant referee. The problem is, VAR in soccer quite often is looking at different things. The problem with VAR is, one, it doesn't work with the referee. TMO works with the referee. They're always in communication. VAR is only on key match incidents or whatever, which is nonsense. Secondly, in soccer, you're looking at things like offsides. Offsides, they are looking at millimetres. You can't look at millimetres with the technology. And in rugby, you're not looking at that. In rugby, you are looking at fouls, high tackles. It's quite obvious to see things. In soccer, it's fine margins, and the technology is not there yet to say. So it's a completely different ball game. In Aussie Rules, the video match official would be more like TMO. Just forget about VAR. There aren't any fine margins. There aren't any offsides, millimetres that you have to check. In Aussie Rules, it'll be very much like rugby. It'll be looking at fouls. It'll be looking at if the ball touched hands, things like that. There is no reason why AFL should not have a television match official, and I think it's dreadful that they haven't. It's something that is really needed, even for those instances of touching hands. The technology was atrocious, absolutely atrocious. Like I said, Max, the problem is in football, soccer, it is offsides, and they're trying to get lines down from players, and it is literally millimetres. How can you do millimetres with a game that is fast-paced? and always moving. You can't do it. It's stupid. You need special GPS technology and things to work out. But yeah, that's television match official. I think the difference though, Max, is it needs to work with the referees. They should be able to talk to the referees on the pitch. Should be able to talk to the television guys. The television guys should be able to talk to the people on the pitch. Hamish, AFL has got plenty of money. Don't let them kid you, mate. Don't let them kid you. They've got plenty of money. They've got TV rights. They're filling stadiums. They've got money. Yeah, plenty of money in the AFL. Um, yeah, that's an issue at the moment that everyone's going through with obviously the virus and all that. Um, but TV rights make up most of the money, sadly. And this is the thing with football in the Premier League is actually teams, do they really need the fans even visiting the stadiums and spending money buying tickets because they make so much from television revenue? And I think probably AFL is very similar. They make lots of money from TV. Whether they will admit that or not is another matter. That's my point, Ronald. That's my point, mate. The camera technology is available, but AFL don't want to use it. How can you say if that guy in that last quarter touched the ball when it looks like there's a cloud going through his hands? It's ridiculous. 2.5 billion dollars. Christ, that's a lot of money. Um, do we think that the AFL will get more money? They should do, shouldn't they? With inflation, that figure's going to go up, I reckon. With inflation, that'll definitely get more. I tell you what, the Marvel Stadium needs to get a pest controller with some eagles in. There are a lot of birds. Yeah, as I said, the technology's there. They obviously just don't want to use it. Guys, as there's a break, if you yeah, keep the roof closed, or get an eagle. Just get an eagle to fly around. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you like the video, like the stream, getting down below, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. You might enjoy some of my stuff. Lots of reactions on AFL, rugby, league and union, soccer. We got Australian memes video that came out today. I'll tell you what, Xavier. It's interesting actually because you would expect, same thing with soccer and all the other sports, you would expect that because people have been at home, that the viewing figures for sports would go up. But actually, a lot of, in soccer as well, I'm pretty sure the viewing figures have gone down because the games without fans are boring. It's weird to think, but especially from what I know from watching soccer when there was no fans, it's like watching a training match. Obviously, in the end, they started introducing the crowd noises, but it is literally like watching a training match, and you can understand why people aren't watching. But like I said, you would expect more people to watch because it's obviously they've got nothing better to do. But no, apparently not. What did the other game finish as? The Collingwood versus Saints game finished 61-70 to Saints. Collingwood couldn't quite... Oh, Jesus. Wow, the last quarter. The last quarter for the Saints versus Collingwood game. That is all Collingwood in the last quarter. Oh, Christ. Yeah. Trying to get the old screen on. That, when it loads up. Anyway, can't see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 behinds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goals for Collingwood, and 2 behinds for Saints in that last quarter. Jesus. They almost messed it up, didn't they? Emily, I've got... basically, I pay for something called Ultimate Mania, which is a streaming service, a not so legit streaming service, but I get all the sports, all the football, rugby, Aussie Rules, everything, Yankee sports. I paid about 150 for a lifetime. So you get that, and then you get the VPN as well. You've got to have a VPN as well, but it's amazing. It's amazing. This is a funny thing about games when there's a team that's miles behind. You sometimes give up on them. And then all of a sudden, the last quarter, they start actually finding something and try and get a comeback. And that's almost more exciting than if it's close. Talking about Essendon. On my Instagram, I've got a young lad that he's so aggressive. There's a young lad on Instagram who constantly sends me messages, and it's always, Essendon were robbed. They're all cheaters. All other teams are whatever words. And it's just like, calm down, buddy, calm down. Max, don't ask. It's a young kid. This is the problem. Sometimes young kids, and I'm just laughing at him. He literally constantly sends me messages. Kids. That's all I can say. Kids. Emmett, the MLS in United States is basically a European retirement home. That's all the MLS is, and that's not going to change for a long time because of the draft system and the salary cap and the wage cap. Whether you like it or not, sadly, a draft system or a franchise system will never be big around the world because there's not the financial backing behind it. Just look at Aussie Rules. Aussie Rules is amazing, but it will never get out of Australia properly because there's not the money invested in it. So, I think the next VR tour I'm going to do is possibly going to... So, I've got on my list to do... I think the next AFL stadium I'm going to do is the ANZ, the ANZ. I don't know if you pronounce it ANZ or ANZ. That'll be the next AFL one I think I do, because I've been asked to do that quite a few times. But I'm also going to go look in a couple of South African stadiums for the rugby, because obviously there's the Lions tour. Yeah. ANZ. Do we say ANZ or do we say ANZ? I think it's ANZ. Okay. I think I'm gonna. Yeah, that will be the next AFL one that I do. But like I said, because it's currently the Lions tour, the British and Irish Lions tour down in South Africa, I'm going to do a couple of South African ones as well because their stadiums look pretty epic. Now I know a lot of Aussies probably won't necessarily watch it because it's not an Aussie stadium, but if you can, please do. It'd be awesome if you watch that, outside of Australia as well, because I think looking at a stadium is impressive no matter where in the world it is. It's kind of a work of art almost in itself, isn't it? So yeah, I've got a couple of South African ones to do as well. Just depends what I want to do, what I feel like doing really. It's another sponsored one, I assume. Toby, I'm not really a cricket fan. I think it's like watching paint dry. Cricket's not the most exciting of sports, is it? It's only good if you're playing and you're a batter or a bowler. I did see that. So normally my way of keeping up with news is on my phone. On my phone, I've got my little Google, and then I will scroll through That's my news feed. That's how I find most of my news. Which is funny now, because Google knows I watch AFL. Because my news feed is now AFL results and recaps, which is quite funny. But I did see Kyrgios, something abdominal pain or something. Kyrgios, so he's pulled out of Wimbledon. Something like that. I didn't watch the Italy game. I think I was out playing lawn bowls, so I didn't watch it. But the amount of cheating and diving is insane. England cricketers, all right, Emily, don't they? Who won the last Ashes? Who won the last Ashes, Emily? Let me know. Let me know. I might be wrong, but I think I've got to Google this. Hang on. Let me have a look who won the last Ashes. Hang on. Who won the last Ashes? Oh. Australia won the last Ashes. That's awkward. That is really awkward. I'm not a cricket fan anyway, so I don't care who wins. Australia can have it. It's fine. It's only a little urn that size. If you're happy to get a trophy that size, then there's something wrong with you guys. You can have it. Roger Federer's insane, isn't he? Yeah, if we're talking about tennis, Roger Federer, the golden boy of tennis, but what a player. Yeah, you have it. You're not winning much else here on the international scene. Rodney, I don't disagree with you, buddy. I do not disagree with you. Since watching rugby and Aussie Rules, since watching Aussie Rules and rugby, membership record broken for the Kangaroos. Fair play. Sorry, as I'm saying, since watching rugby and Aussie Rules, football, I'm disillusioned with football as it is. And as a football referee, coach, fan, ex-player, it's depressing being a football fan, honestly. Right, come on. Come on, Kangaroos. Oh, can't even catch a ball. Xavier, I watched Crackerjack the other week. Me and the wife watched Crackerjack, and it was a very good film. Everything's the same there as it is over here. Like the AGM meetings and all the nonsense that goes around with it. If any of you do like lawn bowls, try and watch the film Blackjack. Very good English film. On a side note, me and the wife have been enjoying watching Upper Middle Bogan. That's pretty good fun. Very funny. Misses everything. Come on, keep missing everything. I will. I know everyone keeps saying watch Kath and Kim, and I will. I promise I will at some point. I will at some point. I just can't get round. I just keep not getting round to watching Kath and Kim. Is Glenn Robbins the same character basically in everything he does though? Because in Upper Middle Bogan, he basically is the same character as Russell Coit. It's so funny. All his mannerisms and things are the same. $67.33. Come on, Roos. The Kangaroo coach is struggling to watch. Looks like he's going to cry in a minute. Just can't get it over that final line, can they? Nothing in the final third. Got it. So within range to score. Are they going to go for it? He's got to go for the goal, surely. Don't cock it up. Nope. Nope. Got to get the goals. Just not good enough, really, is it? Not good enough. I know you're saying, a lot of you guys were saying how the Kangaroos were improving, but they're some way off. Some serious way off actually causing any problems. Punting it up and hoping it goes somewhere. You say North are still developing, yeah, but they've got some way to go, haven't they? If they're developing, they've got a fair few years to go. They're not going to really compete anytime soon, are they? Sort of an improvement, yes. I see it on that side of things. But a loss is still a loss. And, you know, if next year, for example, they play again and they lose by 10 points, they're still not getting the points. They're still, you know, bottom of the table. Until they start getting the points for the wins, a loss is a loss. It doesn't matter what the scoreline is. So I do hear you. I understand exactly what you're saying and how... I understand what you're saying of the shots are getting closer. Good mark. But I said until they start winning... Stud. Mate, I'm the same. I've found out about Aussie Rules about 2.5, 3 months ago, and it's incredible. It's so good. Yeah, it's so good, isn't it? What a sport. Come on, gotta score. Yes, there's a goal back. 67-39. Charlene, you say they haven't lost today. They're going to have to really pull their socks up to win this. But comebacks happen. If the Bulldogs crumble and the Kangaroos find some momentum, possibly. They've got to finish this quarter on a high, though. They've got to try and close the gap down a little bit. That's the address. And that's the code for the key, which is on the wall behind, literally facing the door. Don't let the cat out. And half, there's 2 packs of food, just give half. Litter trays in the room straight ahead in the utility room. Just chuck anything in the toilet and flush it. Oh, fumbled. It seems like the Bulldogs are especially this quarter. They're not really challenging much. The Euros. I thought in the Euros, I thought Denmark were really the underdogs that had a surprise chance, and I said this in my Euros prediction video. Now it's Denmark versus England in the semis. I don't know. I think England should win, and I think we're almost guaranteed a trip to the final. It's at Wembley as well, which is obviously England's national stadium. We've got a good chance of winning, but it'll be against, I think, Spain or Italy. Two fairly good teams. Definitely a trip to the final at least. Goal. Hit the post. Just hit the post. Yeah, it literally just flicked the post right at the end. Have fun. That's in. Is it in? It just got wiped out. It's a goal. It's a goal. They're trying. Big Roos are trying. Yeah. Yeah, they love to dive. That's the European influence. (67-46). I'm on 9 minutes and 22. The old Roos are finding some momentum. They are finding some momentum. They've got to make the most of this third quarter and really push it for the final. Good, Mark. He got it. Rodney, so I like the fact, this is the thing, when I talk about AFL having a league and then finals, it's a strange concept to me, even though they do have playoffs in the finals in rugby. They do the top four. The thing in football, they play a long season. You know, the Premiership is 38 games. They play, and this is what I find a bit annoying about AFL, is the fact that you don't play the right amount of games. In soccer, in the Premiership, they play 38 games in a season because they play each other home and away. It's fair. That's the fair. We have the title race, so who's going to win. We have the race to see who will get in the top 4 for Champions League, the top 7 for Europe. You then have the relegation battle, which is also exciting, trying to not get relegated. But we also have the FA Cup, the League Cup. We have the Champions League. We have the Europa League. We have so many cups as well. A league is great. A league is fantastic that we have. And you have all the cups as well. So the whole thing of watching a league is boring. It's not remotely true. Sometimes it can be, if a team wins like 5-6 weeks in advance, if they already win. But it's not just about who wins in a league. It's as I said, it's reaching the Champions League, the Europa League, not getting relegated. And we have loads of other cups. We have cup finals all the time. FA Cup, League Cup. So I think Aussies have the wrong idea of a league system, if I'm honest, from what we have. Dieter, hey buddy, it's a bit one-sided, but hoping for a Kangaroo comeback. I went for the Bulldogs to win, but it'll be good for the underdogs to win. I don't know, Dieter. I don't know. I do know 22 teams. It is quite a lot. The Football League teams do play a lot of games. They do play a lot. I'm surprised if it's cold. Obviously, AFL is played in the winter. Yeah, AFL's played in the winter, so surely it's not that. It's normally fairly cold. I would at least want to wear sleeves, not necessarily long sleeves, but I would certainly want to wear sort of a t-shirt instead of a vest. Talking about Lachlan, talking about how many fans are allowed in. I switched to an Australian VPN the other day, and I put YouTube on, and it was funny. The news, I think it was Perth, or Adelaide or somewhere like that. They were talking about, and you had the state governor type person talking, and they locked down for like 4 days because there was 4 cases of coronavirus. 4. Locking down for 4 is insane. And I found it funny because it was funny because they even gave so many details about the 4 people. They were like, oh yeah, the one person had been to Woolies, and they've been there and they've been there, and it's like so weird. 4 bloody people, and they're locking down for 4 days. Ridiculous. Oh, I don't. Yeah, I don't underestimate. I don't underestimate the physical impact on AFL players. Remember, you only play once a week. I'm pretty sure you guys only play once a week. In soccer, we play sometimes twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. You have more players on a field, on the pitch. You have more players on the pitch. Therefore, is it quite as much running? I'm not sure. But I do appreciate the physical effort that's put in. But as I said, they do compete less often as well. So. No, there's no proper body on body. It's a semi-contact sport. But does that make AFL more athletic and more? I don't know. I'm not sure if that's the case. It's different. I think. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think until I play AFL, or if I play Aussie Rules, should I say, I wouldn't be able to tell you. There's no point of me saying, oh, Aussie Rules is more intense, it's harder on the body. And I think it's the same for you guys. I don't think you guys can say, unless you've played soccer, I don't think you guys can say AFL Aussie Rules is more intense than soccer either, because if you haven't played the other sport, you don't know. Score review. Goal. That's a goal. If that makes sense. I think until you actually have competed in both sports, you don't really get... Yeah, why could the umpires not have seen that? The goal umpires do nothing as it is. Oh, she's been shat on. AFL legend. Hey, buddy. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't already, as there's a quick break in play, if you haven't already, it'd be awesome if you could hit the like button down below. And if you haven't, make sure you subscribe. There's plenty of AFL content, Australia content, rugby content, football content, etc. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button down below. Tell YouTube you are enjoying the conversation. Yeah, Spixo. So I'm not necessarily saying either way. I'm not necessarily saying soccer or Aussie Rules is more intense and tiring and physically, because I haven't played Aussie Rules. So I don't think it's fair for me to actually say that, if that's fair. Cheers, Mark. Mark it. I don't know. Anthony, mate, I had to stop playing soccer because my body gave up, basically. We get a lot of injuries in soccer, hamstrings and calves and things. Oh, that was almost a great mark. No, he dropped the ball. That can't be a mark. He didn't even keep the ball in his hands. I'm sorry, that is not a mark. Surely that is not a mark. I think that's not on. He didn't even keep the ball in his hands. So how was that a mark? Just because he touched it? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, and that serves you right, getting it behind. AFL legend, yes, it was a good Swans victory today. Look, did he keep hold? No. That is not... How is that a mark? Come on, you guys have got to agree with me, surely. You've got to agree with me that was not a mark. Not a single second of that did he have control of the ball in his hands. Ridiculous. No, not a mark at all. Yeah, and he did not. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. See, as an outsider, even I'm knowing that that wasn't a mark. You should all be impressed. That was just as much of a mark as the other one. But he didn't have control of the ball, Anthony. That's the thing. (80-47), 55 seconds left of the third quarter. I don't know. I don't think so, Spixo. I don't think so. I know what I roughly know. I know that. I know the bottom. So the bottom four have to play an extra game. The top four get a second chance if they lose. But isn't it roughly, you know, the top faces the bottom and whatnot. I roughly get the idea of the playoffs. Or the finals, if you want to call it that. Is it not doing very well? Sorry, Dieter. I don't know why it wouldn't be doing very well. Third quarter finished. I'm going for a quick wee. I will be back in 30 seconds to a minute. Keep chatting among yourselves. Hi, Graz. Keep chatting between yourselves. I'll be a couple of minutes. Or a minute. Oh, hi, Sean. Freezing cold. Was it freezing cold though, Sean? What was the actual temperature? I bet it was like 15 degrees and you think it was freezing cold. Talking about the fact that there's three umpires in the middle, the problem I see with that is the tolerance levels. Each umpire probably has a different tolerance level to fouls and things. So if you've got three different umpires, the players don't really know what to expect and how to play. If you've got one umpire that's fairly strict on things and then another umpire that is fairly lenient, I don't like that. I think it's there's too much discrepancies. I think that might be the right word, and it makes it hard for the players to understand what the referee expects, if that makes sense. As a soccer referee, if for example I'm on the line or I'm in the middle, as the middle referee, you always say to the linesman, you say, try and kind of referee at the same level as I'm refereeing at. You don't want the linesman giving fouls that the middle guy would never give. So it's trying to keep the consistent decisions, and having three umpires in the middle, that must be quite difficult sometimes. Good eye, Neon, Neon Penguin. I think it's very similar. It's very similar with football, soccer, in that a lot of decisions are very much down to the referee, down to the umpire. In rugby, for example, the law is the law. It's a lot more clear cut. Whereas in Aussie rules and in soccer, it's very much down to the referee's decision and what their leniency is and tolerance levels are. It's not clear cut quite often. God, there's so many bloody goals on the field. Watching those highlights just then, that is ridiculous. How many goals are on the field? Ridiculous. Once again, guys, just a reminder: if you could be so kind, if you're watching, to like down below. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button. That would mean a lot to me. Thank you. You're saying about the problem is you don't play every team twice. You play some teams twice and some teams once. But is that really fair? Is that really fair to play? For example, say the mid-table team, say the Swans. Get him back on. Say the Swans, for example, had to play the Demons twice, but only the Kangaroos once. But another team who's mid-table, a mid-table sort of team, had to play the Demons once, but the Kangaroos twice. How's that fair? The Demons are one of the best teams in the league at the moment, and the Kangaroos are one of the worst. Surely it should be fair, and you should Um, Surely you should play each team even amount of times. It's not fair to play a top team twice and a bottom team once. It's nonsense.
What should they be looking for next year or over the trade period for Kangaroos, John, specifically? Just hold fire, because Thomas hasn't. They go to take some pucks. Exactly what they need there. Another key forward to work with Larky. We'll show some size throughout the year, Larky. So just two touches today. Logan can come in and put through his second goal, which is duly done. So the Kangaroos get the first strike.
Kangaroos, they strike first in the fourth quarter. They are still some way behind though. Still some way behind. I think if I'm not religious, but they need a miracle.
Well, that man on screen, Todd Golson, he is their best marking forward when he goes there. He's the only one who can take the vertical mark. There's others that can take it on the lead. So, are they better off trying to chase another ruckman? I know they've got a couple of developing ruckmen and had Goldstein finish off his career as the second ruckman out of the goal square. Or are they better off trying to take the long road and develop
How was it not, Anthony? How was it not fair when you only had 12 teams and played home and away games with every team over 22 rounds? Surely that is fair. You play each other twice, home and away, and everyone gets to play everyone in even amount of times. That is fair. I don't understand how you wouldn't think that's fair. Yeah, that is fair. Thanks, Sean. Not quite unsure. I don't quite understand what Anthony's on about, because that is the fairest thing. It's not fair now. Yeah, it's not fair now. What the system is now is definitely not fair. It's absolute nonsense. And that's something I don't agree with. But that's fine. I think you're allowed to disagree with things and still enjoy it. But I think yeah, it was fair. Okay, so I think you just said it wrong. I think the point of is, yes, granted, the fans do impact the game. I think the main point is playing each team an even amount of times. Yeah, I think you should play every team twice. Or every team once. If you want to only play once, that's fine. But celebrate 50 years of Maccas. So funny. It should be an even amount of times that you play every team. That's the main point. Oh, Jesus. That's why you're losing, you bloody idiots. You can't score from 10 yards out. Ridiculous. Don't you start, dog. This is clearly why they're losing, because they can't even score from 10 yards out. Not good enough. Not good enough from the Kangaroos. Rob, it's coming home. Yes, it's got to come home. Football is coming home. Football's coming home. It's coming home. It's got to be. Still got a couple of games left to play though. Yeah, happy dog fan in the house. Yeah, the dog. Anthony doesn't know what I mean when I say football's coming home. Someone can explain to Anthony, if you like, what I mean when we say football is coming home. Yeah, England, Germany. England, Germany's a good one. England is the home of football. England, we invented the game. England invented the game. So if we're ever almost about to win a competition, which we very rarely do, i.e. we won the World Cup in 1966, football's coming home is the chant that we use. And it pisses everyone else off. It pisses all the other countries off when we sing football's coming home. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? We're not very good at winning our own sports. Can he get the mark? Can he get the mark? No. No, but he can get the ball back. Oh, ball slipped. England good at darts. Yeah, England are okay at darts. Yeah, there we go. Phil the Power Taylor dominated in darts. There you go. Australia have only got Simon Whitlock, the wizard, haven't they? And he hasn't won anything in ages. And snooker. We're good at snooker. There you go. We're good at snooker and we're good at darts. Yeah, it's not very good. It's not very good. You can't drink a beer whilst playing at the top level. You certainly can when you're in a pub, though, playing. Obviously, I assume lots of the English have emigrated down to Australia, haven't they, for the weather. Yeah, most countries are English, aren't they? Most countries are English because the English invaded everywhere. Play on. Good mark, a couple of good catches there. The score's right below there, Jed. Jed, score's right there. If you want to watch the game, you're welcome to join the Discord server. Goal. Scotland is better than England. God, is it? If you want cold weather, then yeah, go to Scotland.
Yeah, I think that's a fair comment. You can get sucked in by thinking this is by design, unless the Bulldogs are just going into defensive mode. But they've just taken the foot off psychologically.
Can the Kangaroos get 22 points in 12 minutes and 49 seconds? Can they do it? What do you guys think? Do you think they can do it? I do not. They might possibly get within 10. Who do I think will win the Olympics? I don't think it's a matter of winning and losing the Olympics. I think in the Olympics you've got to look at sports individually. In the Olympics, I think you've got to look at, you've got to look at the individual sports and what, like for example, you know who's going to do well in the long distance running. It's going to be an African country, Kenya and whatnot. In the sprints, it's going to be the countries like Jamaica and United States. Gymnastics, for example, it's either English or United. It's either Great Britain or it's the Eastern European countries that are good. So yeah, I don't see the point of looking at which country won the most medals because it doesn't make any difference. Yeah, Aussies are pretty good. The Aussies are pretty good at the swimming, for sure. Ronald, hang on. 100% agree English football has the rights to name football. Yeah. If you invent the sport, you call it what you want, I suppose. When you kick something off the ground, do you call it a soccer kick? No. But you don't call it a football kick either. You just call it a kick or a pass or a shot. Like how kicking a ball midair is a volley kick. Well, you don't call it a volley kick. You call it a volley or a half volley, depending if it's bounced. But that's not... Calling it a volley in football isn't... It's the style of the kick. It's like you call a volley in tennis as well. It's not... Volley isn't specific to a sport. It's the action. And as I said, you've got that in football as well. Well, I hope you don't mind, though. I call AFL or Aussie Rules. I call it Aussie Rules. I think that's the easiest way to... I can't even get the word out. There we go. I think calling it Aussie Rules is the easiest way to I can't get the word out. I can't even think of the word. Why can't I get the word out? Yeah, anyway. I call it Aussie Rules. That's the easiest thing to do, I think. You guys know what I mean. Good mark there. Good mark it was. Hi, Kian. Hi, buddy. Still 22 points in it with 11 minutes to go. Have I seen the channel Aussie Rules? I haven't. I have not. Distinction, that'll do. Yeah, good catch again. Good catch again. Come on, get this.
Another set of clearance from the Kangaroos.
You've got to make these goals. They've got to stop getting behinds.
Cut it back to 16.
Ugh. The problem is there's too many behinds. At the end of the day, if you look at this, right, North Melbourne have had they've had a few chances to get goals instead of behinds and have hit the post, for example. Look at the score. The score is currently 10-11 for North Melbourne, 14-8. If those behinds instead were goals, and I know it's a simple thing to say, but you know, if they made the kicks that much to that side, how much closer would it be? Behinds are killing them.
North Melbourne 1-3 after getting away to a start.
Links all the way through to Bruce. He handed off to a man who was under the pump immediately in Garcia.
Football, first Australian, football was very fickle. Very fickle. If England win the Euros, then
Dynamic play from the stoppage.
I expect Gareth Southgate will be knighted.
Emergency in the Bulldogs box. Bit of a lift on Smith from Cummington. Such a testament.
Is it, Anthony? I did not know that. I did not know that.
Was asked during the week about whether that's not resting players and managing players.
I think it'd be a very close game if it was England versus Italy. And even England versus Spain, it would be a close game.
He made a wacky racist analogy about who's going to be in front at the end. It was before my time, Jared. Penalty pit stop.
She was always a favourite.
21 points at the moment.
You would think Gidget, strange name. You would think goal scoring is how you win games. So you would think there would be plenty of focus in training on that, on how to kick a ball.
Plays the part there into Scott. Brings it to Stevenson. Just slipped through him.
Okay, got ya.
It's a deep. Serhar's coming.
Oh, dropped it.
Held out by Keith. Eventually finding their way through. Scott back to the wing.
Yeah, England's defence is doing well. England's defence is doing very well.
Bruce has got two in his way, so it's reluctant to kick it long to him. He does in the end anyway. Hannon will help out. Drops it.
Mark, got it.
Excellent work, mate, from Hannon. He was
He's got to get some points here. Bulldogs are going to get some points here, I reckon.
and then continued
Currently on 8 minutes and 38.
to put himself in a position. One thought, I thought he was going to get front and square of the contest with Bruce coming out, but he turned his body nicely. It's a great contested mark there from Hannon. Good strength in the contest. Deserved it after working hard.
9 disposals and a goal so far for the afternoon. With the right at home with Mitch Hannon. Number on line. It's the Bulldogs team to be a little astray.
1 point. 1 point. 22 points behind again for the Kangaroos.
Great kick.
That was to Simpkin. Created some possibilities through the middle.
Oh, slipped.
Ball over from McDonald. Waitman tried to sum it up. He had two choices. He just kicked it in.
That slip has definitely ended the game.
Wallace takes the mark.
Lachlan, the problem is I haven't actually been able to. I've literally only been able to watch one Sydney game. So all I can say is Buddy, because that's the only player I know. I was saying this at the start of the game. The problem is all of the Sydney games are at stupid o'clock in the morning, and I'm not getting up at 4 a.m. to watch the game.
But that's what he does have. That's superior confidence in front of the sticks, Mitch Wallace. So, took it upon himself to go back. Now the set shot. It just settled things down here for the Bulldogs in the last quarter off the back of McDonald slipping over. Was the kick on or not? I think the kick was on. The kick wasn't. The kick was behind him a little bit. That's why he slipped. Otherwise, if the kick was perfect, as you can see there. On the inside, yeah, wasn't it? If he hits that right, Luke McDonald just takes that mark and away they go.
So you think Mitch
Yeah. Bulldogs are going to get over the 100 mark, aren't they?
Depends on injuries, and there's still a couple of months to go. But
He's going to be in that. He's in the 20.
Yeah, I do have a Young Bucks book. Young Bucks. I did. I actually bought this for Christmas for the wife because she watches AEW with me, and AEW is amazing at the moment. AEW has got me through this lockdown. Yeah, it's really got me through lockdown for sure. My favourite. Hang on. My favourite wrestler at the moment. My favourite wrestler at the moment. It would have. I think it would have been the Young Bucks when they were face. Now that they're heel, I. It's not that they're boring. It just there's no real excitement about them. Trying to think who my Kenny Omega's obviously fantastic. It certainly isn't any WWE wrestlers. I can tell you that for nothing. Chris Jericho's brilliant. He's brilliant because it's the story. Yeah, I'd probably Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Jon Snow. John Silver and Alex Reynolds are very much a talented pair, but obviously are the undercard or mid-card, should I say. But yeah, they're very good as well. Jungle Boy, brilliant, but a bit small to actually be seen as a challenger for the title. Hangman, I always thought was a bit boring when he first started, but obviously I think with the linking him with the Dark Order has helped massively. So yeah, Hangman's a good one. He'll be challenging for the title soon, and that'll be a year-long story that went on. Jon Snow is a news reporter on Channel 4, and obviously Jon Snow's Game of Thrones. I didn't mean to say Jon Snow.
got the time as the Kangaroos. Sub. Seemed a little odd the decision to give someone a debut and make them the sub, Jono.
I'm not a fan of that at all. Hello?
The Hawks doing round one.
Yeah. A lot of discussion around it at that time as well. Should be a rule around it.
Well, actually, scrap that. Back on the AEW. My favourite is Orange Cassidy. However, the problem is he's... Oh, hello. They're all down. Problem with Orange Cassidy is he's losing his gimmick, which is disappointing.
And it was a great one as well. You're right. He's had a good second half. Young. He's taking some big grabs. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Just clips his leg underneath as well. Walker's come up with a knee injury as well.
Bruce has got the ball, Jono.
Oh, there you go. So, sorry, hello?
No,
That's fine.
that's fine.
I thought I heard the umpire say mark.
It's a problem with Josh Walker. So Young robbed of a chance to get his first goal at AFL footy.
Oh, we want to see that.
And instead it's Josh Bruce, who's just had a quiet day compared to expectations. For his third,
Well, they got 100 points, if that helps.
Ball sublimely this year, and that's the old Josh Bruce. A little bit of a break in the knee, a little bit of a poke.
Siebel down the ground, Taylor.
Got it. The guy that actually went up for the mark didn't actually get the mark, though. It was the guy that stood still.
Zamont.
See, once again, on that kick,
Tough for Larky, isn't it?
well, Larky's got to work though. I mean, you can't expect him to kick it 60 metres over the top of his head. So he's either got to get in front or he doesn't get the ball kicked to him. Straight defence.
Straight lines on the way out, and then Young's recovered. But Siebel went in for the crunch.
quite, not quite. Game over. They are not pulling this back. But as I said, considering what you guys told me was the last result between these two, a slightly better result for the Kangaroos. Thoughts on Sancho to United? I wouldn't want to go to Man United, personally. Guys, as there's another break, if you haven't already, feel free to hit the like button down below and make sure you subscribe to the channel. You may enjoy some of the content. Reese, exactly, mate. Exactly. The Kangaroos have kicked so poorly, let's be honest. There's still 3 minutes left of the game on my stream. My team in the Premier League, or to be fair, your question shouldn't be what's my team in the Premier League. It should be what's my team in football or soccer, whatever you want to call it. Not every team plays in the Premier League. There are lots of leagues, and lots of people don't support a Premier League team. However, my team that I support is Southampton. Yeah, the problem is the Kangaroos have never really been in it. However, they did keep scoring. But, as I said, the difference may be a lot closer if they were more accurate on their kicks. Because 12 behinds, the amount of them that hit the post or were just in the behind rather than the goal, just about sorting the accuracy out. Are you on about, Anthony, the video I did the other day about the team that beat the draft or used the draft to win the league? If so, yes, that was the Bulldogs, who are currently, well, they'll be in first position now, I think, won't they? They'll be top of the table. I'm pretty sure they'll be top. What documentary are we even on about? $120 left. Bang. There's a goal. 108 to 79.
third quarter and in this last quarter. So the gap could have been a lot closer from a North Melbourne point of view. But overall, the way they've been able to work through the four quarters, the adjustment in their game from where they played in round 3 to
49 seconds left of the game.
see that in the growth of where they're going.
There's their next forward. Who knows what team the West Coast will put out next week. So that's a gettable game given their recent form.
I tell you though, the Kangaroos certainly seem like they've got an older team. I don't know if I'm wrong, but the players certainly look older than the Bulldogs.
This time the Kangaroos, whose last calls haven't been great over the year, look like they're going to win the quarter. 38 seconds left. Lipinski. A guilty look on his face. He's peaked the whole of the
You think North have a young team? It doesn't look like it. They don't look like they've got many young players.
The Dogs got their tails wide. Bailey Scott with another opportunity. Wanted to share it with Zerha, who was ready and waiting, and in the process he lost a handle.
Yeah, he wanted to give the handball, then he thought about coming back inside. And I think the next level for development for this kid is just to understand how good he can be and own it. I agree with that.
Goldstein. One last cast, perhaps.
Can they get another one?
Scott. Clear.
No.
Caleb Daniel back into the middle.
Game over. Well, there we go. Game is done. Game is done. Thank you guys for joining me. Shame it wasn't a little bit closer, but annoyingly that was the only game that I was able to watch this week. And actually, there weren't many close games this weekend, I don't think. But once again, thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure to do these. Yeah, if you haven't already, like down below, hit the subscribe button. And I think I'll leave it there, and I'm going to get myself some breakfast. It is currently 10:20 in the morning, and I am feeling peckish. Yeah. Thank you, guys. I'm going to leave it there. Have a good rest of your evening. It is currently 7:20 over there, I think. I will catch you next time. Cheers, guys.